Motors back again. I hope you guys are doing well. So guys, today I have with me the brand new Tata Nexon EV Max. As always in this video as well, we are going to talk about the exterior interior features space by the end of the video. I'll also tell you guys how is it to drive. We'll also talk about the pricing and performance of this vehicle and the range as well. So let's quickly start off this video. Before starting the video, which next car do you want to see on the channel? You can definitely let me know. You can message me on Instagram. You can also write in the comment section down below. And if you are planning to buy a car or a bike, then also you can basically contact me and I'll definitely try to help you out with the insurance as well as the loan of the vehicle. Now let's not waste much time. Let's quickly start off with the walk around. Let's quickly start off with the front profile. Right at the front here you have this gloss black piano black strip, Tata logo, EV badge. Here you do get this blue highlight, the blue line, the blue strip which actually runs through the face of the car. Here you do get this C-shaped blue highlight. Talking about the headlight, now here you have a projector as well as halogen bulb. So this is your projector and this is your halogen bulb for high beam. This is your LED DRL which also turns into your indicator, which is obviously an LED. And here you have your fog light, which is again a normal halogen bulb. LED headlights would have been a nicer touch. And this is how the front profile of the car looks like. Here you have a small grille. There is silver highlight as well. Here you do get this tri-arrow design with light blue highlights, and that's much about the design, the front look of the car. Now in terms of the design, there is not much change compared to the regular Tata Nexon. Now this blue color, this is the teal color which actually Tata Motors has bestowed the new Nexon with. So this is the new color which you will be able to see. Now there are two more colors. There is white and grey as well. So that is about the color. We're talking about the side profile here. As you can see, the car looks muscular. It definitely looks quite a lot attractive, I would say. Talking about the side profile, here you again have this blue highlight which runs through the silhouette of the car. Now the dual tone thing is something which you will get as a standard thing. So here you have this grey sort of a roof. Here you have shark fin antenna as well, roof rails right here. And here you basically have passive entry button as well, EV badge and blacked out gloss black mirror. Now let me show you guys the key of the car. So here as you can see, this is how the key of the car actually looks like. Here you have four buttons. This is to lock the car, this is to unlock the car, this is to open the boot, and this is for follow me headlamp. So as soon as you press this button here, as you can see, as soon as you press this button, this is how it will start the headlight of the car. So you can basically, if you have parked the car in a dark place, you can basically find out the car like that. Let's switch it off. And now let's lock the car actually. So I have locked the car like this. Here as you can see, the mirrors are automatically fold. Now in order to unlock the car, here as you can see, the car is locked right now. In order to unlock the car, here you have a passive entry button. Simply carry the key and press the passive entry button, and here as you can see, your mirrors will fold open up like this. This is how the dashboard and the interior of the car looks like. We'll talk about the interior space and features in detail, but let me first finish my walk around. So here, that's much about the side profile of the Tata Nexon EV Max. Talking about the rear profile, so here as you can see, again there's a similar look which you have right here. High mounted stop lamp, rear wiper washer defogger, shark fin antenna, Tata logo, Ziptron badge, EV badge. Here you have the Nexon badge. And talking about the tail lights, now here you have LED tail lights, and this one is your indicator, which is again a normal halogen bulb provided. Here you have reflectors provided. Here you have this silver skid plate, reverse parking sensors right here. This is your reverse parking camera, and here you have a button. You can press this and open the hood, the boot of the car. Now here, this is the amount of space, 350 liters to be precise. You can also tumble the second row seats. So this is a 60-40 seat which you have, 60-40 split seat. So you can basically tumble the seat, and you can increase the luggage carrying capacity to 690 liters. This is 350 liters of space which you have. Decent amount of space, not really the best. And here you have your charging cable. We'll talk about the charging time and all of that stuff as soon as I start talking about the performance. Talking about the spare wheel, here you have 215/60 16-inch alloy wheel provided right here. Let me close the hood like this, and moving on to the side again, here as you can see. Now let me show you guys the lid, the fuel lid of the car, from where you can basically charge the Nexon EV. So here as you can see, from here you can basically open the lid. Now this car also gets ventilated seats for the driver as well as co-driver, so that is again a very good feature to have. That is pretty useful feature, I would say. Now here as you can see, here you have your AC charging port, and this one I think is for your DC charging port. So these are the ports which you have right here. that is much about it. Let's put it back. So guys, I think I've spoken a lot about the exterior and exterior of the car. Now here you don't really get a passive entry button. It only gets a passive entry button on the driver side. Here you have the EV badge, and that is much about it. So guys, now it's time to get inside the car. Let me show you guys the interior features, and then we'll talk about the space and the performance of the Tata Nexon EV Max. Now here, as you can see, electrically adjustable seats would have been a nicer touch, but those features are kind of missing in the Tata Nexon. Those features definitely should have been there. Let me adjust the seat so I can show you guys all the features. Now here you have your push start stop button, and that is how the car comes to life. That is how the car switches on. Okay, so guys, now I'm inside the car. Let's quickly start talking about the features and the interior. So here, as you can see, talking about the dashboard, starting off with the dashboard, here you have hard plastic, here you have this gloss black treatment, and here, as you can see, here they have actually provided this design, the tri-arrow design with blue highlights, which again kind of looks really very nice and attractive. Here you have your glove box, decent size of glove box right here. And now let's start talking about the features. So here, as you can see, here you have flat bottom steering wheel, leather wrap steering wheel, which feels pretty good to hold. Actually feels pretty nice to hold. Now here you have your this to increase and decrease the volume. From here you can accept and reject the call. This for your mute, and from here you can also give voice commands. Here you have buttons for your cruise control. Now let's see what all things do you have in the instrument cluster. So here it shows you trip A, trip B setting, energy flow, and that is much about it actually. Here you have your parking mode. It shows you the drive modes, and your speedometer is right here on the right, and that is much about it. Now here, as you can see, here you have a small compartment where you can probably keep coins and stuff. So talking about this particular screen, so here you have, I think this one is the 8-inch touchscreen. It's the similar one to which we have seen on the Ultros as well as the other cars, and the sound quality is brilliant because it gets the Harman sound system. I'm not playing an audio right here because of the copyright issues. You can check out the sound quality on Instagram. I'll definitely give you guys sound check video there. And here you have Nexon badge, blue highlights, which again adds to a premium appeal inside the car. Here you have this AC vents, automatic climate control AC vents. Here you have some space where you can probably keep your stuff. Here you have a so here you basically have your gear knob. From here you can basically shift to this, the parking. Just press the brake pedal. Let's get into reverse. So this is how the reverse parking camera of the car actually looks like. It gets reverse guidelines as well, but a 360-degree camera would have definitely been a nicer touch. You can get into neutral, you can get into drive, and here it actually shows you the gear position as well, which actually looks pretty cool. Here you have this knurled finishing also, which again adds to the premiumness inside the car. So that's much about it. Here you have your button for your sport mode and eco mode. Sport mode, you will get better performance.
Sport drive mode activated.
So the car actually starts talking to you.
Economy drive mode activated.
Here also it shows you basically like this. And now here you have electronic parking brake, auto hold function, regenerative braking. So you basically have 3 modes for your regenerative braking, so that you can get better mileage. So from here you can easily change from 0 to 3. And let's see what below this. So here you have a small space. I don't know what you'll be able to keep here, right here, but it is quite a deep one actually. So you can keep some of your stuff like a sanitizer bottle. And talking about the interior now, the new Tata Nexon EV actually gets these beige seats, and also like I told you, this car actually gets ventilated seats, so it basically blows air on your ass as well as on your back. This feature is available on both the driver as well as co-driver side, so that is again a pretty useful feature, especially in summer days. And here, as you can see, the seats actually look pretty cool. Here you have this beige treatment. Here you have this blue highlights, the blue stitching on the seat as well with perforation, and that is much about it. Now guys, here you have this small sunroof. Panoramic roof definitely something which is missing right here. This is a small roof which you have. Let me open it for you guys. So here, as you can see, this is the only amount of space. It opens up this much, and it's not really a very big one as such, so you'll have to actually do acrobatics in order to get in. Now let's close it back. That is how you close it back. And I want light inside the car, so I won't be closing the sunshade. So guys, I think I've covered most of the things inside the car. Now here you have normal sun visor. There's no vanity mirror. Here you have your lights, and here you do get a sun visor and a vanity mirror, and that is much about it. I think I've covered most of the things in the interior of the car. Here you can basically adjust and retract your outside mirrors. Here you have controls for your windows. From here you can basically lock the power windows as well. Here you can accommodate a 1 liter bottle as well, and there's some space here as well. Here you have a umbrella holder as well, and here you have some space where you can keep your wallet and stuff. So that is much about it. Now guys, let's quickly move in the second row of the car, and let me show you guys the amount of space which you have in the Tata Nexon EV. Now let me adjust the seat as per my comfortable driving position, so that I can show you guys the space in a much better way. So this is my comfortable driving position, and let's see the amount of space which you have in the second row. So here, as you can see, this is the amount of space which you have in the second row of the Tata Nexon EV Max. Oh my goodness, the seats are very comfortable. Here, as you can see, the seats, you actually sink inside the seat. That's how comfortable it is. So that is again a very good thing. Now here you can basically stretch your feet below driver as well as co-driver's side, and the knee room isn't that great. You can basically get a 5'9", 5'10" person at the front as well as at the back. Someone taller than that might face some issue. Now the under thigh support here, as you can see, is really very good. The seats are pretty much comfortable. The headroom is decent, not the best. And in terms of the shoulder room, you can easily get actually 2 adults and a kid in the middle, or you can basically get 3 adults, 3 thin and fit people at the back. Now the good thing is the fact that the floor is almost flat, so the middle passenger won't really have to struggle in terms of the leg room and knee room and all of that stuff. So that's much about it. Here you have your armrest with 2 cup holders, and that is much about it. Here you have handle to hold on to with a hook. This is your sunroof. Here you have a handle. Other than the driver side, you do get handle and a hook, and that is much about it. Here you can easily accommodate a 1 liter bottle. Here you have this piano black, gloss black finish, chrome door handle, and that is much about it. So guys, I think I've covered most of the things about the interior of the car as well. Here, as you can see, the quality of seats is really very nice. You can actually sink inside the seat. That's how comfortable the seats are. Here you do get your AC vents as well. And I was expecting a charging point, however there is no charging point here, which is something which Tata Motors should have provided any which ways. So that's much about the exterior and the interior, guys. That's much about the space, features and the walk around. Now let's start talking about the motor and the battery. So guys, here you have your permanent magnet synchronous motor, which produces 143 PS of power and 250 Newton meters of torque. Here you don't really get any kind of an insulation material, so it is kind of an exposed bit. Here you have this Dundee, which we have to place in order to open the hood, in order to keep it in place. And yeah, that's much about it. The new Tata Nexon EV Max actually gets a 40.3 kilowatt hour battery. Now you have 3 charging options. You can basically charge from a 15 ampere socket, which will take somewhere around 15 to 16 hours to fully charge the car. The second option is a 7.2 kilowatt AC fast charger. That one takes somewhere around 6.5 hours, 6 to 6.5 hours to fully charge the car. That is a very good option. That is something which Tata Motors I think will install at your workplace or at your home free of cost. That's the charger that you'll get. And the other one is the DC fast charger, which charges the car from 0 to 80% in 56 minutes. So that is again a good thing. Now Tata Motors claims that this particular car will deliver a range. The claimed range is 437 kilometers, but I think this car should practically deliver somewhere around 300 kilometers or so. That too if you drive it on a lighter foot. If you drive it in sport mode, I have not really got a chance to drive it around a bit. We have a brief amount of time with the car, so I think so that this car will deliver somewhere around 300 and at max 310 or 320 kilometers at max. That too if you drive it on eco mode, not really above that. So guys, I think I have covered most of the things. Talking about the ride and handling balance, the ride quality is not very soft, at the same time it is not very stiff either. The handling is really very good as always. And this car obviously gets ABS, dual airbags, ABS, EBD, brake assist, ESC, CSC, actually corner stability control, and disc brake at the front as well as at the back. And I'll try to make a performance video of the car, so we'll test the car from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour, and in that video we'll talk about the braking as well and talk the braking verdict. So guys, now let me tell you that I'm pretty impressed by the braking of the Tata Nexon EV Max, so I have no complaints on that front as well. So guys, that's much about these were my driving impressions of the Tata Nexon EV Max. It will deliver somewhere around 300 to 310 kilometers of range, practically talking about the practical range. Moving on to the conclusion, now there are two variants available. The prices are mentioned in the description box down below. You can basically check out all the prices down there. And coming on to the conclusion, who should particularly buy this particular electric vehicle? Right now the charging infrastructure is not that great, so if your running is mostly in the city, if your running is less than 300 kilometers, then only it makes sense to go with the Tata Nexon EV. There is the MG ZS EV as well, which actually delivers better range, and that car, obviously that car will cost you a little bit more compared to this one, but that one also gets a lot of features, and there's a price difference actually. Now the Tata Nexon EV Max with the 7.2 kilowatt charger will cost you somewhere around 19.24 lakh rupees ex-showroom. On road you can expect somewhere around 21 lakh rupees the price of the car. Now if your budget is somewhere around 20 to 21 lakh rupees, then this car definitely makes sense because it is electric. It provides you it is lighter on your pocket, and you can basically put it on charge at night, and you can basically leave with the car in the morning to your office. So that's an easy thing. But if your running is mostly in the city, then only it makes sense to consider an electric vehicle right now, as like I told you, the range is 300 kilometers or below it. So if your running is mostly in the city, then you can basically consider the car. However, if your budget is more than 27 to 28 lakh rupees, then the MG ZS EV actually is a better option, because it gets more features, it gets a better range as well. So yeah, that's much about it. If your budget is 21 lakh rupees, if you want an electric car which delivers a range of somewhere around 300 kilometers, which is comfortable, which is safe, and which has decent features as well, then the Tata Nexon EV Max definitely makes quite a lot of sense. I hope you guys like this video. If you have any question, you can definitely ask me on Instagram. You can also write it down in the comment section down below. I'll be more than happy to answer most of your doubts. I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, drive safe, ride safe. Bye bye.